Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 290 model, meaning it's got a 2.9 ton gross vehicle weight. This is the sport trim, which I'll talk you through in detail as we go around this van. This one has got the 2 litre EcoBlue diesel engine producing 170 brake horsepower in this particular van. And this is the short wheelbase low roof, or L1H1, finished in the fantastic deep impact blue, and this one has got the 6-speed manual gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video, as I say, is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec which you get on a sport of this age. There's some really nice spec features to talk on this particular van actually, so as I say, we'll have a really good look at those. We'll also talk a little bit about the condition of this van and things like the service history, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. On a sport you get a number of elements which come colour coded. That includes the door handles all around the vehicle, a number of trims, so things like this here at above the rear number plate, rear bumper, front bumper, trims down the side, they all come colour coded as well. If we open up the back of the van then we can start to have a look inside the load area. When you open up the rear door, you've got the little yellow arm just here. You can pull on that and that opens it to its full 180-degree position like so, and you can do exactly the same with both rear doors. And as I say, this then gives you maximum accessibility into the back of the van. You can then see that this one has got brand new ply lining in the rear of the vehicle, and of course that is there to protect it from any outward dents, to protect your van. So if you've got cargo in the back of here, it's not going to slam against the side and cause a nasty outward dent. You can see full protection in the back of it, which is absolutely fantastic. You've also got the factory fitted bulkhead as well, which has got the load through hatch. You can see here that this one has got the LED load lighting, which is very, very nice indeed. In lower light conditions, that really does make a massive difference. But really just taking time here to have a look at the condition inside the back of the van is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully the camera is doing this justice. Obviously take time to pause the video as well if you want to go back and have a look at any particular elements. You can see here on the back of this van that this one has got a nice spoiler which ties in really nicely with the rest of the styling which is on this van, and there's some really nice subtle things. So on a sport, these trims here are slightly different. The reason for that is, as I say, this is slightly more flared, and that then molds nicely into the flared wheel arches as well. You get parking sensors, so we've got rear parking sensors here, and you can also see that we have got the reversing camera there on the bit of trim there just above the number plate. In terms of condition, there's a few touch-ins. I can see there's a couple of touch-ins here at the rear of the vehicle, a few down in this sort of area here. Don't know if the camera, you can sort of spot those in the camera, but a couple of minor little touch-ins here and there on the back of the van, but as I'm sure you'll agree, looking very, very presentable indeed. Moving then down the passenger side here then, this is, as I say, where you can start to see the body styling. So as I say, this nice bumper corner there, that goes nicely into the wheel arch, a nice flared wheel arch there, and you accompany that with the fantastic alloy wheels. So on the Transit Custom Sport you get these lovely 17-inch diamond cut and gloss black alloy wheels, and I must say on this van, all in all, looking in really good condition. There's a couple of minor little blemishes, tiny little blemish just there, but all in all looking very, very good indeed. Condition wise back here then, again, other than a few stone chips here or there, it's looking very, very smart. If we open up the side loading door, we can show you the load space from this aspect as well. Really good entrance there, good size to the entrance on a Transit Custom. And having a good look at the bulkhead, and as I say, you have got the load through hatch just here as well. So you can open this up, clips into place via a magnet, and that allows you to load some longer lengths under there. So if you've got 3-meter lengths, even in a short wheelbase like this, you can get those underneath there. But I say, very, very clean and tidy in the back. 2 owners from new, this particular van, and we do have a lovely service history with it as well. So there's evidence, I believe, of 3 previous services with it in its past life. And of course, it will be going right through our workshop as well before it goes. I believe it will be having a full service and a new MOT before it leaves us here. Looking then inside the cab, and this is where the Sport really comes into its own. Really nice spec inside here. But first off, looking at the passenger door card, all in fantastic condition. Same with the passenger step there and into the footwell. all in fantastic condition here in the cab. And then this is one element I really like on the Sport, and that is the half leather seats that you get as standard. So of course these are heated. I'll show you where the controls are for those in just a second, but nice half leather half leather trim to this, which is very, very nice indeed. You can flip these seats up to give you a bit of extra storage underneath. And as I say, this is where I think we kind of set ourselves apart, not to be, blow our own trumpet too much, but the level of preparation that we go to on these vans, I really think is second to none. These vans, I say, in fantastic condition, very, very well prepped indeed. Fold down work tray, couple of cup holders there, and also somewhere to store your paperwork as well. Now the heated seats, there's a button just down here, so that controls your passenger heated seat, and then same on the driver's seat as well. You can turn the passenger airbag off there if you want to. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, just before we go, I can see there's another little touch-in just there behind the door handle just there. And I can just see down here, very low down, just sort of some of the spray off the wheels. Caused a few stone chips there. As I say, just the sort of spray off the wheel because you've got those slightly wider wheel arches, and a couple of little touch-ins just here on that passenger door. Moving then around to the front, I think this is just such a gorgeous looking van, I really do. Especially when the sun comes out like today, just looks absolutely fantastic. The Sport as well comes with these lovely sport stripes down the front, and I think the contrast between the deep impact blue and the silver, I just think it really does look very, very nice indeed. Again, some more sort of subtle styling elements on the Sport. So you don't know if you can see here these little sort of fins on the side of the fog lights around. They're not standard, as they come on all part of the Sport trim, and also this nice lower spoiler as well. Not as big as some sort of aftermarket ones that you see, but again, I just think it's subtle and just sets the van off very nicely. And I say that continues really well into those wheel arch extensions as well. Front parking sensors, I say front fog lights, and you do get the nice headlights, of course, same as what you'd get on a Limited. And then looking into the front of the van, I guess the usual stone chips to the bonnet, which I guess you can expect on any, a vehicle of this sort of age and mileage. As I say, I'm sure you'd agree it's looking very, very presentable indeed. But as I say, there are some stone chips here to the front end of the van. Moving then down, finally on the outside then, down the driver's side here, having a look at this wheel. That wheel looks in fantastic condition. But having a look down the driver's side again, just more, just tiny little stone chips and things like that, which, as I say, have been really neatly touched in certain places. So as I say, not massively noticeable, but as if there's anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you for utmost transparency. And a tiny little pin dent I can just see there. So if you can see that, catch that in the reflection of that cloud just there, tiny little pin dent just there. Opening up the driver's door then, let's have a look inside the cab. So, lovely condition there of the step into the floor. This is the correct position of the toolkit behind this little door just there. You've got electric windows, you've got electric folding mirrors, and that's how those are operated there, just by pulling it on that back towards you just there. You have got auto-activated lights and auto-activated wipers. You can see we've got 2 full remote keys with this vehicle. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel on the left hand side, then you've got your cruise control just down there, and you've got your onboard computer controls up on top as well. So you've got your radio controls here, your volume and so on just there. If I press the OK button there, we can see on the Sport you actually get a slightly larger screen here with a few more features to it, and down in the bottom right hand corner, that's where you can see the mileage, 73,440 miles. Absolutely fantastic condition considering the miles on this van. We've got a 12 volt socket, USB and an AUX port in this nice bit of storage up on top of there. Looking at the driver's seat, we've got height adjustability here. This is adjustability of the front of the seat, so you can actually control the height of the front there, what they call thigh adjustment. And you've also got the adjustable driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. In terms of the steering wheel, a little bit of wear to the steering wheel, but very much not excessive at all. I've seen them a lot worse than this on this sort of miles. And again, a bit of wear to the leather of the gear stick, and then that is very, very common on these. As a 6-speed manual gearbox along that 170 brake horsepower engine. You've got DAB radios, you can maybe just see on the screen just there when the camera focuses, and if I put the vehicle into reverse, that's where you've got your rear camera display just there as well. So the left hand side then, just by here, we have got your heated windscreen. You've got air conditioning, of course, and of course you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth, as I mentioned, and 12-volt socket just there. Your driver's heated seat is just there, little button just there. And if we look underneath the handbrake, a really nice feature, an optional extra on this van, is this one has got the 3-pin socket. So you can just see that yellow writing there, so that's behind that little flap, there is a 230-volt 3-pin socket. This is a power converter in this van. You've also got lane departure assist there, which you can of course toggle on or off, and you can also toggle your parking sensors on or off there as well if you like to. So just to summarize then, this is a 2-owner from new Ford Transit Custom Sport. It's the 290 model, meaning it's got a 2.9 ton gross vehicle weight, 2-litre Eco Blue diesel engine producing 170 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox, short wheelbase, finished in the fantastic deep impact blue. This is the very, very last year that you could get a Transit Custom in this colour. It's my personal absolute favourite. I think it just sets the van off so well. I'd love to see a new shape in this colour, but unfortunately they don't do it. So this is the very, very last year, and probably the last plate actually you could get a deep impact blue Transit Custom on. So quite a rare opportunity, as I say, finished in this factory sport trim. None of this is aftermarket. Everything that you see here is all from factory, other than the ply lining, but looking absolutely fantastic. As I say, we have got service history with it, and it will be going right through our workshop for full service and MOT as well before it leaves us. But yeah, physically available here with us today. If you'd like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. As I say, this is where you'll find the full advert with all of the photography, the description, and of course the price. We will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign as well. Feel free to pause that if you want to make a note of those. We can arrange delivery nationwide. We do a lot of deliveries of our vehicles, and of course this one being no different. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, even in today's climate. So by all means, if you'd like to spread the cost of your purchase, we can certainly help you with that, and we can take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.